Self-harm is one of the most complex, misunderstood things that a person struggling with mental illness can find themselves going through. I should know. I used to struggle with self-harm on and off for a number of years, and my hope with this series, How to Quit Self-Harm, is that you, the viewer, if you're struggling with self-harming right now, can take something from my words, the words of somebody who used to self-harm, and find something useful on your journey towards recovery. My name is Matthew Genzali, and welcome to How to Quit Self-Harm. Here's a tip to quit self-harm, my friends. Celebrate the little milestones. Now, I know, might not seem like such a big occurrence being 5 hours clean of self-harm, a day clean of self-harm, a week. But those are still accomplishments in their own right. We just often bury them down, push them down, and underestimate them, just like we're doing to ourselves at the same time. See, the foundation towards recovery, towards, a year or two free of self-harm, it's built on those little milestones that we often so just quickly chuck away as not an accomplishment. What you're going through, it's a genuine, real sickness that's affecting you in such a negative light that you can't see it as a sickness, and it makes you think that it's part of your character as a whole, when that's not the case. So, with these little milestones, treat yourself. Say you go 72 hours without self-harming. Treat yourself to your favorite candy. This is definitely not my favorite candy. It's just the only candy I had on my desk. But treat yourself to your favorite candy. Go out and celebrate those little milestones. If you truly don't feel like they're that big of a milestone, alright, let's compromise on this. Treat yourself to something small. A candy bar, perhaps? If you truly find this time to be as insignificant as it feels like to you, treat yourself to something little, like a favorite drink from a convenience store, a pack of Skittles, or something like that. But don't let that milestone go unattended, go unnoticed. Because we need those little things to build off on the steps, on the road, on the ladder, on the path to recovery, if you catch my drift. Now, welcome to the part of the episode where I give you an alternative to self-harm, as opposed to cutting, scratching, burning, picking at yourself, what have you. Today's alternative to self-harm is just to rip up a loose sheet of paper. Now, it might not seem like anything that good or important, but here's the thing. Ripping apart a loose sheet of paper, it's definitely destructive. It's messy, it's tedious, but it doesn't involve hurting yourself. Doing this, you won't hurt yourself. It won't cause you any physical pain to do this. So, consider doing this instead if you find the urge to self-harm, alright? Now, might not necessarily be the same feeling or work at first, but do me a favor with this trick, alright? Use repetition. Repetition is often the key to getting better with mental health as a whole, especially with various different kinds of mental health tricks. Most of the time it won't work if you just use it once and that's it. You have to keep doing it. Over time, it gets a lot easier. So, if you feel the urge to self-harm, rip apart a loose sheet of paper, or in my case, paper towels. I hope this tip was useful to you. Now, welcome to the part of the episode where I do the little outro. So, in the link in the description below, I took the liberty of putting 2 mental health resources you can use as it relates to self-harm. One is Safe Alternatives, and the second one, which I recommend the most out of any mental health resource out there, the Crisis Text Line. Now, I know you've probably seen stuff like that before, and right now these things to you might be just numbers. But here's the thing. There's an article at the top of the link in the description below which explains this a lot better than I can about what really happens when you text the Crisis Text Line. It does a really good job busting the myths and taking some preconceived notions we have of it out of the picture entirely. So, I know you might not necessarily feel like using those specific resources right now. All I'm asking you to do is read the article about what happens when you do, alright? Then, if you're feeling good enough to do it afterwards, do it, okay? Call. You are important. Your story is important, your life is important, and you don't deserve to be hurting yourself. You are fucking amazing, my friend. Remember to check the link in the description below for today's Reading a Smile. It's this nice little quote from Steve Irwin that, if you're familiar with me, it's been on the channel before, but I really, really, really love it, and I think it would do you some good to hear it. Have a great day, everyone, and remember, I believe in you.